Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, for allowing his word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is called, It's a Guarantee We Will All Experience Death. So if all possible, die with your shoes off. All right, I'm going to say it again. It's a guarantee we will all experience death. So if all possible, die with your shoes off. It's going to be a cold-blooded word, and dying with your shoes off, man, is definitely the route you want to go if all possible. If all possible, dying with your shoes off is the way you want to go. What you see on the screen is a collection of a person's shoes. Okay? And these shoes is symbolic to how when you experience death, this is how you want to go out. With all your shoes in your collection, aka with your shoes off your feet, man. This is the way you want to go out. Now, one might say, what does it mean to die with your shoes off? That would be symbolic to passing away and dying peacefully in your sleep. I'm going to say it again. That would be passing away and dying peacefully in your sleep, man. That's the beautiful thing, if all possible, dying with your shoes off. Because it's a guarantee we're all going to experience death. So if all possible, man, you want to go out with your shoes off. Now, before I get into the 3 biblical examples of dying with your shoes off, I'm going to run off some names, and which is going to be examples of those that didn't die with their shoes off, metaphorically. Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant, the late Biggie Smalls, the late Nipsey Hussle, the late Aaliyah, the late Left Eye from TLC, the late police brutality victims, and we're talking about people of color, George Floyd, and many, many others that have died from police brutality. And I'm talking about people of color and many, many others. Okay? All the names that I just named all died with their shoes on. AKA, in other words, they died not in peace, man. You see that? So all these individuals I just named, they didn't die in peace, man, which is a shame. You see, these would be individuals that die with their shoes on. You see? When you hear about homicides and murder victims and you see them on the crime scene, these are individuals that have died with their shoes on, which is not in peace. You know, when you see car accidents, people die from car accidents, or airplane accidents, helicopter accidents. Okay, these are individuals that die with their shoes on. Okay, people that die on the job, whatever job it is, a person go to work and whether they have a heart attack, whatever the incident that happens on the job, it's people that have died. Okay, so if you died on your job, man, that's another example of you dying with your shoes on, man. Okay, which is opposite of dying in peace. You died the opposite of peace, man. You died in a disharmonious way. You died in a frustrating way. You died in a way of distress. You died like someone in a war. Someone that's in a war dies with his shoes on. You see? Again, what's the name of the lesson, man? It's a guarantee we will all experience death. So if all possible, die with your shoes on, man. That's the way I want to go out. If I could choose The way I want to get up out of this place, man, I would like to die with my shoes off, which means I passed away and died peacefully in my sleep. You see? And like I said, man, a lot of us don't get a chance to go out that way. A lot of us die with our shoes on, man. And in this word, I'm going to give you 3 biblical examples of individuals that died with their shoes off, man. And the first biblical example I'm going to give you is in Genesis 15:15. It says, "And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age." You see that? That's a beautiful example of someone dying with their shoes off, man. And like I said, if you're gonna go out, that's a beautiful biblical example of a way you want to go out. Again, in Genesis 15:15, it says, "And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age." You see that? That's Genesis 15:15. In other words, dying, this individual is going to die at an old age and in peace. That's a beautiful example of dying with your shoes off. Dying at an old age and in peace, man. That's the ultimate biblical finish line right there, man. Because we're all going to experience death. It's a guarantee. So if all possible, man, die with your shoes off, man. And Genesis 15:15 is a beautiful example of that. We're going to go to 2 Kings and bring you 2 Kings 22, verse 20, man. Cold-blooded, man. In 2 Kings, chapter 22, verse 20, and it says, "Behold, therefore, I will gather thee unto thy fathers, and thou shalt be gathered into thy grave in peace, and thy eyes shall not see all the evil which I will bring upon this place." And they brought the king word again. You see that? So, in a nutshell, in 2 Kings 22:20, what is it saying, man? Dying, it talks about dying in peace and at the same time seeing no evil. See, that's another beautiful example of dying with your shoes off, man. Yeah, even in the Bible, man, it gives you examples, okay, of dying with your shoes off, aka dying in peace, and then as a consolation prize, seeing no evil in the process, man. That's cold, man. That's cold-blooded, man. And we're going to close it out in Jeremiah chapter 34 and verse 4 and 5, man. We're going to close it out, man. And in Jeremiah 34, verse 4, it reads, "You hear the word of the Lord, O Zedekiah, king of Judah. Thus said the Lord of thee, thou shalt not die by the sword." Verse 5, "But thou shalt die in peace." You see that? And it goes on to say a whole lot of things. But the main point in Jeremiah 34, verses 4 and 5, the first thing it says, "Thus said the Lord of thee, thou shalt not die by the sword." So you're not going to die by the sword. And then it says, "But thou shalt die in peace." So you're not going to die by the sword, and you're going to die in peace, man. And that's the way you want to go out. Because like I say, man, it's a shame when individuals die with their shoes on. When you hear about individuals dying with their shoes on, we're talking about metaphorically. They didn't die in peace, man. Okay? And like I say, man, you know, dying with your shoes off is passing away and dying peacefully in your sleep. And that's the way to go out, man. Like I say, what you see on the screen is a collection of a man's shoes. Okay? And if you see all these shoes that's in this man's collection, None of them is on his feet. And when he died, this exactly the picture you want to see. All his shoes off, man. Yeah, man. Cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded. Again, what's the name of the lesson, man? It's a guarantee we will all experience death. So if all possible, die with your shoes off, man. That's cold-blooded, man. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word. And we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out, man. Shalom.